for the official National Weather Service forecast. West winds 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 30 miles an hour.
Folks, I'm riding down the road heading to the boat ramp, and you just heard it on the weather radio. I was listening to the weather update. It's going to be windy today. We had a big front come through early this morning. That's why I wasn't out here at daylight. Some thunderstorms, a lot of rain last night, and we got a strong west wind blowing. We are gonna go out, do some drifting. I'm not gonna anchor in this stuff because it's just no fun anchoring up when it's this windy. And we're gonna see if we can put a few catfish in the boat. All right, guys, boat's in the water. It's a deserted boat ramp. There's only one other truck besides mine. I think the storms this morning and the wind have got people run off, but hey, that's the way it goes. We're gonna get out here. So you can tell, wind's blowing. Let's see if we can find some. All right, guys, first order of business is I'm gonna get a drift sock in the water. I've got wind out of the west. It's not that bad right now. I'm dressed really warm because temperatures are gonna plummet all afternoon. So make a drift out of this creek mouth, through some of this open area here at the mouth of it, into the river ditch, and we're just gonna see if there's any fish out here. Now, you guys have seen me use this drift sock before. This is the big Easterland drift sock. It's a big 10-footer. It's the big Mama Jama. If you're gonna get serious about catching catfish, drifting and dragging, you need at least one of these. And looking at what some of the winds are gonna blow tomorrow, you might need two of them. So it's supposed to really blow. It's not that bad right now though. I'm actually gonna put the trolling motor in the water just to keep the boat righted. But yeah, this is a big one. When it gets to blowing, you need one. When it gets to blowing hard, you need two of them. When you need three of them, you probably need to stay home. But anyway, she'll get us slowed down, try to keep us in that half-mile-an-hour range. We'll see if we can put a catfish in the boat. All right, guys, today most of the bait's going to be white perch. I didn't try to catch any shad. I've got a little bit of chicken left in the cooler from the other day, but it's mostly going to be white perch. I'm going to put out some bigger baits and see if we can find some of these fall feeding bigger catfish. It'll be interesting to see if this weather plays a part, if these fish are up in this part of the lake or not, but let's get them in the water. I always like to scale these things just to open up some of that sin on the other side of the body. Also, eliminate some of those scales so they don't get caught on the hook, mess up your hook set. Poof, there we go. I like to cut out that backbone. You don't have to, but I do. We'll do a couple small baits, a couple of big baits. See what they eating on. Boom, we got one going on the red rod. Just stay buttoned up. Come on back to daddy. Yes, sir. Is there? And it popped off. Some days you want to break stuff. Today's one of them. Dadgum. Not sure what went wrong there. It's a good bite. Hook's fine, bait's fine. Unless it had the cork. Some days are like that. Some days are like that. That was a good slamming bite. That one hurt my feelings. That one hurt my feelings. Yeah, guys, it ain't as windy as I thought it was going to be. I kind of got bundled up for this weather today. The wind was the biggest concern. You know how it is too. When it's cloudy, it's about 10 degrees colder. Feels that way anyway. We haven't got really bad wind. This is very manageable, but the bite is bad. Not picking up any fish. I'm fishing on the north end of the lake. Was trying some stuff up here. I got a feeling some of these fish may have migrated south, or at least that's where the concentrations of them are. Or I just can't find them today. And that could be what it is. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we can blame it on. But it's not like every fish in the lake has suddenly moved south. So I think a little of it's the captain's fault. Wrong place. Woo! Feel that wind blow. It's chilly. Got a little bite. Got a little bite. I'm going to nurse it in. I got to get one in the boat, don't I? That last one hurt my feelings. That was a good bite. That last fish that pulled off was a decent fish. That's all right. This is on my PC Fun reel I've been playing with. You've probably seen it in some other videos. This is the first spinning reel I've tried out from these guys. It's the Viper X. That sounds mean, doesn't it? Viper X. It's a channel catfish, by the way, folks. It's a channel catfish. Get it up. Oh, no, negative Ghost Rider. That is a blue cat. That's what I'm talking about. Blue. Good eater size blue. Covered in mud. It's the fear that I have with a lot of the fish right now. You're covered in mud. Puddle of mud. Isn't that a group from like the 90s or so? I'd say leave a comment in the comment section. But YouTube's got my comments turned off. Thank you, YouTube. Anyway. Skunk's out of the boat. I'm still fishing. Let's get it back in the water. Try to catch a nuttern. I've tried to get a little bit of stuff. Now, I'm only out here for about 3 hours today, so I've got kind of a narrow window to figure it out. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep fishing. I'm dragging nothing but one bait today. I don't have my chicken, so I can blame it on that if I want to. But you would think the perch would produce. Let's see if this fish is still on here. Oh, I don't think it is. I think he's gone. Got one snagged on something though. Yeah, it popped off. Yep, that bait pulled off. Oh well, that's a little bigger bait. Got a little bit of a perch head on there. It ain't a big bait by any means, but didn't hook up. Something had a little bit of slime. I don't know, dude. Some days just goes that way. Just nothing works. Nothing works. But you know what we do? We keep on fishing. Come on, baby. Just stay button for daddy. Oh, I'm gonna reel it slow. I'm gonna reel it slow. I'm gonna walleye fish him in. Little fish. Little fish. I was just getting ready to make a move. I'm running out of daylight. How much time I got left here? It's sun's setting. Man, the wind has not showed up like it was supposed to today. I have been expecting wind, and it has not happened. Another small blue. It is interesting that I'm catching some of these blues. If you've watched any of my videos this year, you've heard me talk about how elusive these little suckers have been. Sucker's fairly warm. But smaller fish, the future, but we haven't seen that many of them. They're starting to show up, starting to catch them this fall. Anyway, that's two in the boat. Not what we're looking for. We're still making a drag toward this channel. We're gonna run out of daylight though, so we're gonna see what happens. See if we can get a big one. Maybe something will happen over here around the river channel. Put the baits in the water. Try to finish strong. Finish with some love. Love. All right, guys, you can see I'm making my way into the river channel here. Kind of my last ditch effort here. Sun's going down. It's going to be getting dark. I got to get home and edit this thing for you, so I can't stay out real late tonight. So we'll see what happens. I'm not marking a lot in the river channel, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not marking a lot of fish anyway where I'm fishing at. It's kind of tough. I think some of these fish are in the mud in some areas and just not very active, and they may just be in another part of this lake, so we'll see what happens. But it goes to show you, and keep this in mind, guys, it's not always a bed of roses. You're not always catching a pile of fish. You know, some videos you watch, it's like, man, it's one fish right after another and a pile of them. It's not always like that. You know, that's what I'm trying to show you here. And in this video, at least, that it's not on fire. It doesn't matter what happens in the next 30 minutes. It's not going to blow up all of a sudden and just get good. So you have some good days, you have some bad days, but the big thing is that you got the blessing to be out on the water, to be fishing, and ultimately that's what counts the most. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're going to like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know. just watch them both. They're both good.